Another rainy night in Atlanta, Georgia. It's something not right, y'all. Something seriously wrong. More weirdos is getting exposed by the minute. I just found out somebody that I thought was a good friend of mine did some old weird and I ain't been able to get no sleep. It must be something in the water. It's been reported that that girl that's suing Shannon Sharpe, he allegedly met her at a Diddy party. It's all over the news. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. I still can't believe my eyes. But that's what they talking about. Everybody talking about it. It's all in the blogs. People doing videos right now. They scrambling, trying to get that money so they could get them some eggs and cheese. A now deleted tweet from Shannon Sharpe's Bodyguard claims he met his girl at a Diddy party when she was only 17 years old, y'all. But where is the proof? The proof is in Shannon Sharpe's demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he dressed, the way he talked, the way he walked. He got weirdo written all over him. They could put his black ass and replace Waldo, and people would still be able to find him on the paper. That's how creepy he is. They could redo every Harry Potter movie and put that girl and let her be Harry Potter, and people wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. They could take Shannon Sharpe, for all my old heads out there, they could take Shannon Sharpe and make him a modern day Pee Wee Herman. The tight suit, the tight bow tie, and people wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. But there's a few things we got to talk about before we get this show real started. Diddy had exclusive all-white parties. Now, what y'all brothers know about that? Chris Brown tried to do the same thing. When these celebrities get together, they don't be wanting Tawanda coming to the party because they know they're going to bring their auntie Danetta and they going to come drunk before they get in the party. They're going to wind up beating a nigga ass like Tasha K did the last time she was invited to a party. And I'm not saying everybody act like that, but them Diddy all-white parties is exclusive. They said they ain't even have alcohol at the party. Them niggas was in there drinking milk. Ooh. I know it's some sellouts out there getting real excited, but I promise you, this not that type of video. We got to get back to this news, and I need y'all to see all the details. Reg, yo, cut the music off. You know it's a wild day online when Shannon Sharpe, Diddy, and Cat Williams all end up in the same conspiracy theory. A now deleted tweet allegedly posted by Shannon Sharpe's Bodyguard has set social media ablaze with claims that y'all like that Shannon met his current partner at a Diddy party when she was just 17 years old. Rick James made a song about it, and she was sexy, according to Rick James. But here's the twist. The tweet can't be found. I'm about to be 50 in a couple of months. The tweet can't be found anywhere now. Let me just keep it real. I'm about to be 60 in a couple of months. The tweet can't be found anywhere now. No one's verified who wrote it, and the internet is spiraling over the screenshots that may not even be real. Do this look real to y'all, man? Somebody let me know out there. Do that look like Shannon Sharpe in a zoot suit with two woodies on his arm? Do that look like Diddy at a Diddy party with Justin Bieber's mom on his arm, allegedly? Is my eyes tricking me? Ain't no Photoshop can make this happen. He got on a zoot suit with two woodies, a 1960s theme. It was a bunch of rich brothers up in there, and they got a certain taste. They like that white chocolate to go with their chocolate. And Diddy had an exclusive all-white party, no sisters allowed. Now, with some brothers in the ghetto trying to pull off the same thing, but it ain't working out too good, especially when they trying to throw these parties in their grandmother's basement. It's a bunch of brothers that would like to attend these type of parties, but ain't got enough money to get in the front door. But they would if they could. And that's so unfortunate. I'm looking for a sister in the comment section to let me know how you feel about this, man. How you feel about these brothers having these all-white parties, don't want no sisters invited. Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of sisters out there that would love to be with that man, would love to rub his feet and rub his back. He got bad hips. There's sisters out there that would love to put Bengay all over his old hips. But he don't even want them to do it. I'm looking for a sister out there to answer the question. Do y'all care about these all-white parties? What's up with these beauty supply stores popping up where the KFC used to be? They turn a beauty supplies, they take a Kentucky Fried Chicken and turn it into a beauty supply store. Somebody said the suit links tight on Shay and Diddy. Looks like Miss Netta. Y'all could crack them Shannon Sharpe jokes all y'all want, but the truth is he don't want no sisters nowhere, no way, no how. Never did, never will. And y'all got a lot of explaining to do, because why is that men is feeling like this nowadays? It ain't just Shannon Sharpe. It said, Sean, please add the might as well subscribe. Somebody said that's not JB mom. That's a model named Rachel from the 90s. Whoever she is, she's white. And she was at the all-white exclusive party with Diddy and Shannon Sharpe. And they got it in the news to where he met Gabby when she was only 17 at this party. Now, for the ladies out there, y'all got some explaining to do. Couldn't nobody snag Shannon Sharpe? Y'all ain't putting in no work for these ballers. You figure a brother like that got some thoroughbreds leading the charge that's willing to act right and accommodate his needs. Y'all got Uncle Shay Shay doing BDSM and all this weirdness because he can't find a sister out here. What's that all about? I'm starting to think it ain't got nothing to do with the brothers. You figure a female see a good man, she gonna do. Ain't nobody, y'all ain't got what it takes to get a Shay Shay, and all he want to do is go shopping. Y'all don't like shopping? Somebody gonna have to explain this to me, because this right here is beyond crazy. This some old Twilight Zone shit. For Shannon Sharpe to be at an all-white, for Diddy to be able to throw an all-white party with no sisters allowed. Shannon Sharpe's bodyguard, shady tweet, no receipts, and a whole lot of internet chaos. So here go the tweet right here. He went viral with it. Now everybody going crazy about it. 25K per cheek, y'all. 25K per cheek. He said, I hope there's a possibility for me and the T. They going on and on with this stuff. It's all over the Shade Room. They got it on World Star. It's going crazy right now. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up for y'all real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Now, here go the tweet. He said, F NDA, that nigga Shannon met his hoe at a Diddy party when she was 17 years old. My man named Saka Zumba. What he got to lie for? He could beat anybody's ass. I bet you won't want to go head up with him. The nigga don't even bleed. And if he did, his blood gonna be black. So you ain't even gonna know if you bruised him or not. What he got to lie for? His hat say black. Shannon black, why would he tell a white lie? He said, watch Cat back and you'll understand. So Cat Williams caught up into this too. What they saying is, when Cat Williams did his Shannon Sharpe interview, he knew things about Shannon. He was speaking directly to Shannon when he was talking about them Diddy parties and you got to tell him no. Shannon was doing that phony laugh because he knew that Cat Williams was talking about him. You got people in the comment sections upset about this, but it's a lot of people talking about it. So my thing is, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. It's a possibility that these allegations are true. And there's another rumor that been circulating for a long time that Shannon Sharpe is really Nigerian, and what y'all thought was a Southern accent, it's really a Nigerian accent because he's still working on his English or whatever. Because that signature laugh that he do, it's a lot of Nigerian brothers that do that same laugh when something real funny, because the Nigerian brothers I know really don't laugh like that. And when they do laugh and catch you off guard, it's that high-pitched Shannon Sharpe type of laugh. And this man right here could be his cousin. So it's a lot of rumors and stuff going around with this, but y'all seen the pictures. Y'all seen his type. Y'all seen 25K per cheek. I don't know if I like that. So I'm going to stop I do, but I don't. I would, but I won't. So we just gonna slide past that picture. The post quickly made its way around stand accounts and gossip pages, but just as fast as it popped up, the tweet disappeared. So it came out a little while ago. I got a little snapshot before they deleted it because I knew somebody was going to try to tie Shannon Sharpe in with Diddy. You get a 2-for-1. Add a little Shannon Sharpe, put a little Diddy on that, put it on the plate, and put it out there to the world. People gonna eat that up. They trying to make Shannon Sharpe, put a little Cat Williams on it. They've been putting a side of Monique on it. Now they got that Diddy on top. Man, people gonna be feasting off of this all summer if it go right. Because too many people cooking it and everybody ain't adding the seasoning right. The way I do it, like a soup kitchen. Don't nobody hit the Cash App. Don't nobody hit the like. This like a homeless shelter over here. But it's hitting though. It's people playing homeless all in the chat. They act like they ain't got no Cash App, but they act like they don't know how to hit that like, but they could. But they love the cooking though. Some people embarrassed to even be on this channel. But they like the seasonings that I put on this shit. I take a little bit of Diddy, add some Shannon Sharpe, sprinkle a little Cat Williams on there, a little dash of Monique. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do next. I did a video earlier about Shannon Sharpe dog being dead. So you never know, man. Like the menu change every day. But we've been hitting y'all with them Shannon Sharpe platters. But that's Negro here, no there. Cat Williams Club Shay Shay interview is getting dragged into the rumor spiral, like I told y'all. The watch Cat back part, that's what really got people going. It's a direct reference to Cat Williams' viral appearance on Shannon Sharpe's podcast Club Shay Shay earlier this year. The same interview where Cat claims he declined the party invites from Diddy and hinted at industry weirdness. So there you go, man. It's a bunch of weird stuff going on out here in the world, and it ain't got everything to do with Shannon Sharpe, but as of right now, we got everything to do with Shannon Sharpe. For my brothers out there, there's something going on. There's something in the air. It ain't just Diddy. It ain't just Shannon Sharpe. A lot of brothers deciding to go their own way or go the other way. You got the passport bros popping like, what's going on? What is the sisters doing wrong that got these brothers throwing all white parties? What is this all about? And it wasn't like this always, man. This is something that's, I may have been like that, but it ain't been this mainstream and it ain't been this popular. And a lot of brothers getting in trouble for doing what they've been doing. Yo, I want to share with y'all my theory on the whole thing. Let me get this set up because we're going to take a little detour into my mind. I'm going to let y'all know where I think all of this stuff started. For real, for real. I'm going to show y'all something. It's another rainy night in Georgia. And I'm trying to, sort this thing out. And I want people to understand. Shannon Sharpe did a nightcap where he was talking about the president's men, talking about men that respect President Obama. It's a lot of brothers like Diddy that voted for this man and ran campaigns to get this man in office. If y'all know, like I know, Obama got a white mama. And there's a lot of men out there that want to have Obamas for their sons or whatnot. And you got to admit, during his campaign, it was a lot of men. Hold on, y'all can't even see what I'm talking about. During his campaign, it was a lot of men out there that was dating outside their race. And I ain't got no problem with that. I feel like everybody should do what they want to do. But when Obama was in office, seeing a brother in power like that, it made a lot of brothers feel like, it's all good in the game. Even though, matter of fact, I'll do y'all one better. I'm going to show y'all where the problem really started. I'm going to show y'all how Shannon Sharpe and Diddy started having these all-white parties and doing all of this stuff, man. I'm going to show y'all where brothers really decided that they wanted to go the other way and date outside their race. And I know it's women watching out there, and I don't want y'all to be offended. But we is talking about Shannon Sharpe allegedly meeting his accuser when she was 17 years old at a Diddy party. So there's obviously something going on here. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what that is so we can get a better understanding of the climate that we living in today. So let me do this. And I'm not a know-it-all. I'm trying to educate myself. Y'all just going along for the ride. I don't know everything. But that's the whole point of trying to understand some things. So this is my theory. This is my take. I could be wrong. But I think this is what really sparked the interest in brothers dating outside their race. Now, and please, like I said, this ain't to be offensive. I ain't trying to be no Tommy Sotomayor. That ain't what I do. Women love my channel. Women support my channel, especially my sisters. I ain't never trying to offend y'all. But me personally, I think that brothers started throwing them all white parties because they was not pleased. And a lot of sisters wasn't pleased neither with the first lady of the United States of America. And a lot of people feel like she the reason why his campaign was so whack. Because she was at the BET Awards. Her ass was at the Vibe Awards. She spent more time with the celebrities than she did with the people in Congress. She spent more time with Beyonce than she did with her husband, man. And people wasn't feeling the visual aesthetics of Michelle Obama. They was calling her Michael Obama. You had people out here really talking about that's a man and all that. It was black men, black women argue up and down. That's a man. Me, I feel like that was just the ultimate disrespect. You know, I believe she deserved way more respect than what she got. But a lot of men was disgusted with Barack Obama because they felt like he should have had something different. I ain't gonna say better because ain't nobody better than the other. But people was feeling like he should have had something different on his arm. Do y'all agree or disagree? Because if y'all disagree and you a Kevin Gates fan, don't act like he ain't say what he said about LeBron James and his wife and how he like it better the way the Caucasian queens look at LeBron over his wife. Hold on. And this wasn't that long ago where Kevin Gates was going on and on about, oh, LeBron's wife, that ain't it. I don't even like the way she look at her own husband. Kevin Gates liked the way them white women's be looking. He was disgusted with Savannah James. He looked like he wanted to smack the shit out of Savannah James. He ain't got no respect for LeBron because he married to Savannah James. So this the climate that we in, y'all. So when y'all hear these rumors and these girls charging $25K per cheek and these men paying up, that's just the flavor. See, people mad, and that's why people ain't trying to get in on this conversation because y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yo, hit the like button. That's all you can really tell them out there. Ain't nobody got nothing to say about this because, hey, it is what it is, man. You can't argue with the truth. Somebody said he told her she could take out her IUD. See, people trying to have conversations that we not even having right now because you know what? That's all good. At least I made my point, and it is what it is. Since I ain't got no rebuttals, ain't nobody trying to refute nothing that I said. Hey, it ain't nothing but facts. So let's get back to these details. And that's unfortunate that it had to be like that in our society to where the bridge is the gap is a lot wider between men of color and women of color because nobody really want to have a conversation about what's really going on here. People see what's happening with the celebrities out there, how they getting caught up. But you figure if there was some type of unity, some type of love between people, Shannon Sharpe would have never, ever been involved in this situation, especially with his stature as a man. Where is his village? Where is his community? It don't matter how much money you got. And I ain't trying to be Reverend Al Sharpton and nothing like that, but this is really sad when you think about it. Like these brothers, when they get money, they out there on their own. They got to find their own way because they really don't have a village to where they can find a wife or have some unity or have some structure or even find they own kind desirable. They would rather go out there and date somebody completely different because the climate of what's happening with African Americans. And it's not just African Americans, man. It's the same thing in Africa. Brothers come over here, be on the same time as Shannon Sharpe. So I'm gonna try to figure it out, you know, because this is only gonna continue to happen. Cat Williams said something that was very profound in his Shannon Sharpe interview that went over a lot of people's heads. He said that he's afraid of Caucasian women. He said he like them. They're beautiful just like every other woman is beautiful. He ain't trying to discriminate, but he's afraid of them because they have the power to take you down a lot faster than a sister could take you down. And that's the only reason why he tried to stay away from it. But then you got brothers out there that will argue with you that sisters could take you down just as fast as any other group out there. So we at a crossroads here where you see prominent figures like Shannon Sharpe in a mix like this due to his dating preferences. Diddy put hands on Cassie. He had a relationship with Cassie. That was his girl. He paraded Cassie around for a long time. People accepted the fact that Diddy was with Jennifer Lopez. When he wasn't with Jennifer Lopez, he got with Cassie. And then when he decided to get with Young Miami, all hell broke loose. And this is something else I want to point out to people. I know I've been talking, but it's a dynamic that I'm trying to understand moving forward with my life. Like I said, I'm getting older and I'm starting to see things for what it is. Now, y'all need to look at this. You know what's funny? When Tyrese was with this one, when he was married to this one, he was getting back-to-back blockbuster movies. He was on the Transformers movie. He was doing the Fast and the Furious series. He was getting all different types of paper. They was throwing roles at him because they knew that when he came to the red carpet, he was gonna have her on his arm. Same thing with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all something. Same thing with Diddy, man. When he was with Cassie, they invited him to all the red carpet premieres. They wanted him to come to their Met galas. Ciroc was throwing money at him. When he had Cassie on his arm, he was invincible. Like people was all about that Diddy life. He had more fans with Cassie than he ever had with Kim Porter. That's a fact. He had more fans with Cassie than anybody because of the woman that he had on his arm. Tell me I'm lying, man. And when Tyrese divorced this woman and he started showing up to the BET Awards with her, that's when he started getting them Tubi movies or whatnot. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. That's when his albums wasn't selling. That's when he started playing the lottery real tough. When he divorced her, that's when his stock dropped. But when he was with her, that's when he was the motherfucking man out there in Hollywood. He showed up to the red carpet. She acted like she didn't even want him to kiss her on the red carpet. She was acting like he was stank. She played him on numerous occasions. She called him a dirty old man when they was on live. He had to cut the live. He was about to cuss her ass out on live. He took her to a party. She was flirting with all his white co-workers and shit. And he's still trying to keep it together. Hold on, y'all didn't even see that. I'm talking about Tyrese. When he see how she looking? She act like she ain't even want to kiss him for real. Like, yuck. Like, get your dirty black cigarette smoking lips off of me. His other wife ain't never tried to play him like that. She says some shit. Hold on. Look at this. This is what tripped me out. Tyrese Gibson's girlfriend, Zelly Timothy, admits she was initially more interested in his late Fast and Furious co-star, Paul Walker. The nerve of this chick. She didn't even want Tyrese. If it wasn't for Paul Walker passing away, she would have rather been with the white dude. And he wiped up What the? Is this the reason why Shannon Sharpe and Diddy be throwing these all-white parties? And I hope it don't sound like I agree with the madness that they got. Oh, y'all couldn't see none of that shit I was saying. God damn, this shit bootleg. Somebody said, show it. I do apologize. This is what I was talking about, man. I was talking about how Tyrese's girlfriend, I do apologize. She said that she was more interested in his late Fast and Furious co-star Paul Walker before she got with Tyrese. And she wound up settling for Tyrese because he passed away. But he's still taking her to the red carpet. But when he was with this chick, he was the man. I do apologize for y'all ladies out there. I'm a little bootleg with it today. I started back with the Hennessy, and that's why we calling it the Henny Report. I've been going through some things in my own personal life. And yeah, I'm a little inebriated right now. But yeah, he was doing good when he was with her. Now, this is what I want to share with y'all too. Diddy, like I told y'all, Ciroc was popping, everything was popping. He was the man. And then he did this. Look. When he started doing this shit, when she had the Afro collar and all that at the Met Gala, and Saucy Santana and all of them was with her and doing podcasts, and that's when his stock dropped. They didn't want her representing Ciroc. They didn't want her and JT promoting their brand with Trina and all that shit. Hold on, look. Y'all need to see this. See how they was promoting the DeLeon on her ratchet ass show? He was sponsoring it. They didn't ask, how she get a Ciroc sponsor? Because of him? How you got the City Girls on sponsoring Ciroc and DeLeon with Kevin Gates? She was trying to turn their shit into high C. Sunny Delight with this bullshit. They was going to be selling DeLeon at the Dollar General if she would have kept on with this. They had to take him down because this wasn't quality right here. She rap about popping coochie or whatnot. They weren't trying to get that. That's the reason why these men be doing what they be doing, because they know them people at them offices, when they show up to ESPN, they got a Woody on their arm. They figure at least they ain't got no ratchetness going on. Can you imagine Shannon Sharpe come out of ESPN and his car sitting on some bricks because one of his girlfriend's baby daddy's mad? They done keyed up his ESPN van. Shannon Sharpe up there, they sending child support checks and shit to the job that he got to pay. That's why I'm starting to think the reason why a lot of brothers decide to go this route, ridiculous as it is because they trying to avoid certain penalties that they get when they in the all. But you know, it depends on the sister you dealing with. Like LeBron James, he met his girl in high school. They've been married ever since. They still get a lot of backlash for it. $25K. I don't see maybe 5K. But I don't know about the 25K. But that's Negro here, no there. It's something I gotta share with y'all real quick. And this part of the this the part of the video that's gonna have you really scratching your head, man. Y'all gotta see this. Hold on. Damn, y'all can't even see what I'm looking at. Shit, bootleg. Okay, look at this. Look.
Major developments tonight involving the case against Sean.
No, turn that back. Run that back. Y'all ready? Okay, look at this, y'all.
Major developments tonight involving the case against Sean Diddy Combs, what he decided in court today, and what this now means, the move coming just 4 days before his trial is set to begin. Here's Aaron Katursky.
Tonight, Sean Combs makes it official. He's rejecting the government's offer to plead guilty and spare himself the possibility of a prolonged term in prison. When asked if he turned down the offer, Combs answered, "Yes, I do, Your Honor," as he stood in a baggy beige jail uniform. Terms were not to turn down the offer. Combs in prison.
Hold on. He said, what now? Hold on.
When asked if he turned down the offer, Combs answered, "Yes, I do, Your Honor," as he stood in a baggy beige jail uniform. Terms were not disclosed, but prosecutors did say a plea could result in a shorter sentence for Combs than if he's convicted. The decision guarantees Combs will face trial beginning just 4 days from now. That will test whether one of music's most prolific figures used his power, wealth, and fame to sexually exploit both women and men for decades.
That nigga ain't in jail. If y'all want to believe Diddy in jail, be my guest. If he was in jail, they would have his black ass on TV with that orange jumpsuit, and he got gray hair, and they ain't trying to show that. As money hungry as people is, they ain't got no footage of him looking Diddy, the diddler, looking dusty in court with gray hairs poking all out his shit, and they ain't got no pictures. That nigga ain't in jail. But y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. I'll let y'all know what I think about it. And I do this every bit. It make me mad every time. And I know I need to shut up and I need to be quiet about this and everything, but come on, man. That nigga, he ain't in no motherfucking jail. This all they trying to do right here. Look. They don't put a black face on this nigga. That's who they don't want to talk about. Diddy's somewhere chilling right now. His son said it in the damn rap. He said, y'all yapping about my father. He on the Learjet getting a haircut. They just trying to bury this shit. Talking about he died in jail. Ain't no motherfucker way his billionaire ass gonna die in jail. They trying to sweep this shit under the rug. They used R. Kelly. They using Diddy. They just trying to blackface this shit because you got multi-billion millionaires allegedly that was over there on that bullshit. They'll throw Drake out there before they talk about this shit. They'll say, instead of a certified lover boy, Drake is a certified pedophile. They rather put a hip hop artist and make them a weirdo before they ever deal with this shit. I'm talking about the CEO of your housing company, your electric company. The CEO of your gas and water was over there with them people doing that weird shit. Now they want to make it about Diddy. Show me a mugshot. Show me a picture of Diddy in court looking dusty. Where's that? I scroll. I've been looking on the internet for years and I still ain't seen nothing yet. Look at this, man. I'm going to say Diddy in court. All you get is some sketches. If they don't want nobody to see them, don't put the sketches out. They got AI and all this, but that nigga ain't in jail. Got AI pictures of Diddy with nose rings and all. His family showing up to the court. They walk in, they do a photo op, and then they leave. Going along with this bullshit, man. He ain't in there, he ain't been in there, he ain't gonna be in there. Got him looking like Jerome Rome for Martin in the paintings, and ain't nobody seen no pic. People got footage from Dave Chappelle concerts, and he tell them to leave their phones in the car. But that's Negro here, no doubt. Like I said, I don't know everything, but me personally, I don't believe his ass in jail. Let me see what y'all got to say about it. If them people want to get off the way they want, then y'all should shut your damn mouth. I told y'all can't be talking about stuff like that. People get mad. Say, you damn show need to shut your fucking mouth, capping off shit. But people don't like it when you could talk about Diddy all damn day. But when you talk about them other people, that's when people get mad. Their complexion, protection, welcome to America. They got them on the front line. And it's like that in every great American war. You put the brothers on the front line. And once they all gone, then that's when the real war get to popping, man. Said, man, them people doing this to him and y'all blacks going to agree. Like I said, y'all could believe what y'all want to believe. I ain't trying to sway you. I don't care what y'all believe. I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it. Somebody said these rich black male celebs need to find one woman and stay there. It seems like these men are on easy street. Okay, people trying to change the subject and all. I understand y'all scared. It's some scary conversation. I don't want to talk about it no more neither. So we just going to get back to the 25K per cheek. Because people, y'all feel a lot more easy with that. Y'all don't want to go down no rabbit holes and be having no real deep conversations. Y'all be listening to these other YouTubers and they robots. I'm the last human being out here. So, you know, we're going to keep it 25K per cheek. So I'm going to give y'all the scoop, what everybody came here for. There's been rumors going on about Shannon Sharpe ever since the news broke, where he snapped on old girl and he said some things to her that I still can't believe he said. I didn't know Shannon Sharpe was the type of man that'd be violent towards a female. I figured he'd probably slap the shit out of a man if it came to push and shove, but he liked to choke little white women. Y'all need to listen at this.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
It sounds like she working part-time at a car wash while she on the phone with Shannon Sharpe. She do that BDMS shit part-time to get a little change in her pocket. He slutted her out. I was listening to another podcast to say that he wasn't providing for her financially. He wasn't breaking her off the type of money he should have been giving her. But you figure she not the only woman that he was dealing with. His roster is all different types of crazy. He work at ESPN. They travel and go to different cities and different states, and they got to cover different events. So just like a lot of brothers in the NBA, they got women in every city. They playing in Toronto, they going to hit up their Toronto hoes. They got a game in LA next week. They going to hit up their LA hoes and let them know they going to be in town. The hotel be packed. Not that long ago, the Timberwolves beat the Lakers in LA, and Anthony Edwards was on his way to the hotel. It was a train of women following him into the hotel room. It happens every night. So for her to be getting the crumbs that she was getting, she need to be grateful for that. But the part where Shannon Sharpe messed up is he had personal feelings for her because she choked the shit out of him. And that's something you're not going to forget. I'm pretty sure he got women that rub his back, women that make him feel real nice. He probably got a woman that make a nice fruit salad for him or something when he come to town. But when it come to this young lady, she into that BDSM or whatever. And as a black man, when somebody stick a broomstick up your ass and you beg them to stop and they snap the stick in your ass and you got to go to the ER with a mask on your face telling them people that you Kanye West so they can assist you. And when you get out the hospital, she on the phone talking about don't manipulate me after she allegedly snapped the broomstick in your ass. That's why he said the next time he was seeing her, she was going to choke the shit out of her. And when she said she didn't want to be choked, he said, yes, you do. Because she a dominatrix. She did want to get choked because that's what she liked. He didn't know if she was role playing or not. That's why he was on the phone with her dumb ass. He trying to turn her on with the shit and build some anticipation. And when he went over there, he was still role playing. And he broke her off something real. He obliterated them cheeks because he figured that's what she liked. They've been together. She was liking it that far up until that point. Then she wanted to act like she got amnesia because she heard him on the tape with Michelle and he was giving it to her so gently. And it made her feel like she was just a piece of trash because he brutalized her every time he see her, but he was just giving her what she want. When he was on tape with Michelle, I ain't gonna lie. I was eating some cake when I was listening to it, and I know that sounds zesty, but it was so sensual. He wasn't hitting on shit. You would have thought he was humping a teddy bear. You ain't hitting no cheeks clapping, no nothing. I figured, hell, they might be in love. All you hear was, Shannon. Said, you like that, don't you, baby? I ain't know if he was fucking Miss Piggy or whatever the case was, but she sounded like she was pleased and he wasn't making a sound, so he probably had sweat dripping all over her back. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what two grown people doing. Michelle sounded like a grown-ass woman. Cause don't no young girl be moaning like that. Michelle was moaning like she was in her mid-50s. Like her ass is lukewarm and she need to sit her ass down. You like that, don't you, baby? Oh, shit. That's golden girl sex. And that made me so happy to know that a man in his 50s could make love to an older woman. I figure if you 50, 60 years old, the last thing you want to see is an old ass. I mean, that ass done been through wars, but been obliterated by minis. What man in their right mind? Now, I could understand a younger man wanting to be with an older chick because that's payback for all them school teachers that he was fantasizing about. That's payback for all them older chicks that he couldn't have when he was younger or whatever. That's payback for all them baddies he couldn't wait to get older to smash on. But an older man that done been there, done that, dealing with some World War II Vietnam cheeks. I was proud of Shannon Sharpe, but then he come out with the $25K per cheek. And that left me all confused about it. Now they saying that he met this girl at a Diddy party when she was only 17 years old. Come on, Shannon. Make up the mind, bruh. They deleted the tweet, but the proof is already out there. You know, they already let it be known that he was at that Diddy party. It was some young girls up in there on some weirdo shit, and Shannon Sharpe snatched one of them up. And I was thinking, how you gonna meet a girl at the gym? She only 19 with them OGs around there pumping that iron. You figure somebody would have put him in a headlock like Ving Rhames did on Baby Boy for trying to talk to a 19-year-old. One of them old jarheads would have been like, Shay Shay, what's going on, bro? One of them big buff dudes probably would have made him buckle for trying to get at a 19-year-old chick at the gym. It's a lot of older men out there that be in there sweating, and they need the motivation. So when them young girls come in the gym, that's when them grandpas be pumping real hard. I see them old men stop what they doing and just be staring at shit and wishing now, sipping no coke and rum, something about to have me some fun. It's a lot of OGs that go to the gym just to scope some cheeks. They be working out until a bad bitch come up in the gym. I seen brothers do double takes at booties at the gym. And I think it's disrespectful. I think it's disgusting. Hey, ladies out there, if y'all see me in the gym, I ain't thinking about you. I'ma look the other way. You come in there booty jig, and I owe it to myself as a man, you know, because there's way too many cheeks out here to be seen. And it does some, y'all women don't understand. That's why we got all these weirdos out here. because it's too much being shown. I could get on my IG right now. Right now. Right now. Matter of fact, let me get on here. The first thing gonna pop up. They a big stupid ass booty. And it's not stuff that I be looking for or stuff that I want on my timeline. This is just what it is. What's her name? Gracie Bond. Let me type her in so y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the reason why you got people like Shannon Sharpe willing to pay $25K per cheat. Gracie, what's her name? Bond. I can't escape this woman. I can't even put her on the screen because I might get demonetized or whatever the case is. Okay, this might be clean enough for me to put on the screen. And I swear, I ain't trying to make this video raunchy or nothing like that, but come on now. Hold on, where'd she go? Y'all looking at this, man? This is what's happening out here in these streets. Men are distracted. You can't think straight with this type of shit out here. No matter what you do, it's gonna be there. It's you can't escape it, man. I be trying. I delete the IG. Why? As soon as I put it back on the phone, there you go, Gracie Bond all over again. But this man was at that all-white party with Diddy. For my fellas out there, let me ask y'all this question. If you can throw a party, and which you can, but if you can adjust the guest list, who would you want at the party and who wouldn't you want at the party? What type of crowd would you want to come to the party if it was your choice and you could have a packed crowd? Because when these celebrities throw these parties, they have a preference. Let me show y'all something. Oh, damn. How I'm going to pull this up? How I'm going to do this? Okay, we're going to do it like this. We're going to have to go to IG for this one. I ain't just talking about my ass, man. Chris Brown responds to allegations that black women aren't allowed in his VIP section of the club. I know y'all heard this before, but this is what's really going on. Chris Brown responds to allegations that black women aren't allowed in his section of the club. He shared a TikTok video of him at the club with black women all around him and asked people to stop reaching. So he had to go to the club, get a whole bunch of sisters to come to his VIP just to stop the rumors. That's how bad it is, man. And this type of talk been going on for years. It's women that lead the club talking about how Chris Brown didn't want them at the club, or at least not in his VIP section. So it's something deeper going on here. After his experience with Rihanna, you ain't really seen Chris Brown with no sister like that. Usher neither. You got women traveling from all over the world to go to the Usher residency in Vegas. And y'all, hold on, y'all can't see what's on the screen? God damn, what happened? What happened? Wait a minute. Y'all stay tuned. God damn it. I don't know what's going on. They don't want y'all to see this stuff that I'm talking about because they know I'm keeping it too real. Okay, look at this. You got all them women going to the Usher residency, and he don't marry Angie Martinez. I mean, when beautiful sisters from all over the country show up, jumping up and down for Usher. Now, he had a sister for a wife, and his mother couldn't stand her ass. But this way he had today, this decline, and she about to have his baby. While they in the crowd jumping up and down for Usher, he backstage putting the baby in this one right here. And that's his preference. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't against it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for Usher and whoever else dating who they want to date. And that's for women too. Like there's a lot of sisters out here that's deciding to go the other way too. Look. I love when I see stuff like this. I am not against this at all. I think it's beautiful, man. She found love where love was supposed to be found. He could have her, and hey, somebody had to take her. And if he wanted her, nobody's trying to fight him for Serena Williams. If they happy together, I am pleased. So I ain't being biased on none of this. She want to sit on his lap and call him daddy and all. Bruh, you please take her. You could have Serena, and that's fine with everybody here, man. And while you at it, take Venus too. Because love is love. If they happy, I'm happy. Look at this. This another one, bruh. Have her. Take her. Love her. Be with her. I would never go against anybody being with who they want to love, regardless of what their race are. So it's not just men on that time, it's women on that time too. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of why is it becoming more and more popular nowadays than it's ever been before. What's in the climate? What's going on here? Because you got brothers that's successful. For the men out there watching, for the men that's having a hard time dating, and y'all want a quality female, and you thinking, oh, if I get my body in shape, once I get in shape, once I get my body right, I'm gonna go out there and find me a quality sister. Or for you brothers out there, I'm talking to you, Andrew Kane, and all my other brothers out there that's thinking, oh, once I get my paper right, once I become a millionaire and I got my businesses up and running, I'm gonna find me a quality sister. Just consider Shannon Sharpe, a brother who work out religiously, football player, got 3 championship rings, got all the praises and accolades, very, very prestige, got money, hundreds of millions of dollars. He papered up and still ain't got a quality sister on his arm. What's going on? Like, what do a brother have to do in order to make that happen? Why do men feel like they have to go this way and come out the pocket and do all this madness? Yo, this something else I want to show y'all too. Y'all got to see this because this kind of tripped me out. One of my most favorite basketball players. I mean, when Drew Holiday was playing with the Milwaukee Bucks, they won a championship. I'm like, damn. I was always thinking if it wasn't for Drew Holiday, the Milwaukee Bucks wouldn't have won the championship. Then they traded him. I'm like, why would they trade Drew Holiday when they just won the championship with him? The same year they traded Drew Holiday to the Boston Celtics, the Celtics won a championship with Drew Holiday. So I'm like, this dude is the truth, man. And when I found out that his very beautiful wife, his Caucasian queen, she's an athlete as well, I figure, since they both athletic and they both into sports, then they could feed off of each other's energy. She's successful in her arena, he's successful in his arena. So I'm starting to come to the conclusion that it's all about chemistry when it comes to successful interracial relationships and why people seek the interracial thing. Am I right? Am I wrong? Because they very successful. They got a beautiful family going and all that. And, a lot of people are happy for them. I think they make a beautiful couple. But a lot of people didn't know your boy Drew Holiday was happily married. And I ain't trying to point out who he's married to. I'm trying to let y'all know that he's happily married. She said, I've stayed silent for way too long. Lauren Holiday. She said, it starts with something small. You don't tell me something. Hold on, wait. She said, it starts with something small and you ignore it. I remember when Drew and I first started dating right after college, and one of the women on my club team made a passing comment about him. She said, Drew is the whitest black guy I know. Hold on, wait a minute. The whitest black guy I know. Drew Holiday playing in the NBA with them knuckleheads is the whitest black guy she know. She said, I don't think she knew that she was being racist. I don't think she knew that she was being racist. It was like, it was her way of complimenting Drew on how polite she found him, or how articulate, or how intelligent. Either way, her comment made me pretty upset. This is wife talking. Drew, though, being the understanding guy that he is, calmly shrugged it off when I told him. He always finds a way to shrug people like that off. They just don't know any better, he said. Drew, this nigga, man, he must have was raised up watching them Buckwheat cartoons, the Little Rascals. But that's all right. See, you can't judge a book by its cover, man. You out there banging with them thugs on the basketball court talking shit. You ever watch the NBA and notice how you could barely hear what they saying on the basketball court? It's all muted. They have the announcers talking all loud. That's because they don't want y'all to hear them jailbirds out there talking jail shit. Like, oh, shut up, bitch ass nigga. You whack, you weak, nigga. You play with Legos, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'll beat your ass, nigga. I'll smack the shit out you, nigga. The whole time they playing ball in the NBA, they talking cash money shit on the court. And the referees, they act like if it get too out of hand, the refs will call a tech or something like that. But besides that, they just trying to officiate the game. But you would have thought you was listening to some jail shit when they be mic'd up. Especially them old school players, they never shut up from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. So Drew Holiday out there, he can't be a nice guy on the court with them nookers. He gotta pop that shit, or else. But when he home and when he around his wife, like, it's no big deal, honey. People are gonna say what they want to say. He's polite. He nice enough. How? I don't understand. People pick and choose who they gonna be nice and who they gonna be polite with. But that's Negro here, no there. I can't believe she said what she said about Drew Holiday. Says they just don't know any better. Drew has always been amazing at rising above, and I've taken to follow his lead in that sense. We both try hard to live our lives as socially conscious people, and as a white woman and a black man married and parenting a biracial child, our eyes couldn't be more wide open when it comes to this country's history of racism and racial politics, but we're also extremely private and have never been ones to air out our personal business in public. And I think that's carried over into how I've dealt with the racism that Drew faces on a pretty regular basis. This is his wife talking, y'all. Both on his own and as a result of our being together. As upset as I might get, my instinct in those moments has generally been to not get confrontational with people, not because I necessarily felt that was the right or wrong way of it. Now I'm starting to understand. Now I get it for myself. I could close the stream and I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I finally understand why these brothers be doing what they doing, man. He ain't gotta be no criminal to be with Becky. He ain't gotta risk his life and his livelihood to be with this woman. He ain't gotta prove himself and act like a damn gorilla for her love. That's why they do it. To avoid going to jail. It's a lot of brothers sitting in jail trying to impress their girl. It's a lot of brothers in jail because they ain't trying to be no bitch ass nigga. It's a lot of brothers in jail because they knew they weren't gonna get no loving if they went out like a sucker or if they went out like a punk. You gotta be I figured it out. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this, man. I'm gonna move on. Said we don't want criminals. You gotta act a plumb fool. In the situations he been in, I'm pretty sure if he was with somebody else, he would have had to act a fool just to get some damn respect. He can be polite, he can be peaceful, he can be considerate. He ain't gotta be a nigga to be with this woman. And a lot of y'all brothers out there, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Let you do some soft shit around your lady. Let you let a slick comment slide around your lady. Let you be the bigger person in a heated situation, or you de-escalate some shit with another nigga or anybody. When you get home, your girl gonna let you feel it. Look, people leaving the video, y'all could get mad. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I don't figure this shit out, man. And it's very unfortunate that's the way it have to be. So that's the reason why Shannon Sharpe would rather pay $25K per cheat. That's the reason why they be attending these all-white parties. I gave y'all the opportunity to speak y'all piece. It feel like I'm in the world all alone and I don't figured it out. If you really want to be a sensible person and not be a damn gorilla all the damn time, if you want to have some peace and still be considered a man, some women, you gotta have chaos in order to be a man. You gotta be a chaotic motherfucker to be considered a man. Nah, I'm starting to understand. But you know what? I love my lady so much, I'll be chaotic for your love if that's what I gotta do. Somebody said, you're so smart. The truth will set you free. I'm glad y'all agree. I'm glad I'm knowing that I ain't in this by myself, man. Somebody said Newport, 2 Newports and $3 all black queens. Yo, we don't do that, bro. That's not what we doing on my channel. See, you got me fucked up. We don't do that disrespect, especially not towards my Nubian. This ain't no hangout to be disrespecting black women, brother. If that's how you feel, you gonna have to keep it pushing, partner. Cause I love my black queens, regardless of whoever dating or whoever, man. We don't do that. Said we like to play hide and go get it around the house. My ex Bone Shakika wasn't like that. No, see, y'all got the game fucked up, man. I ain't come here to dog my sisters out. Matter of fact, it's some Nubian queens that just hit the Cash App for your boy while y'all trying to be funny talking about black women. Shout out to Ginger Smith, Maretha, Kayla King, Stacy Galore, Miss. I ain't got not one brother in the Cash App. Yo, shout out to Joseph. I do got a brother in the Cash App. Shout out to Joseph, Sharon Drew, Vanjie Cooks. No, this ain't no disrespect black women video. This trying to understand why brothers decide to date outside their race video. Somebody said interracial marriage was it legal in this country? Lena Horne back in the 40s had to go to Maryland where it was legal to marry her white man. That's a good question. I guess it all depends on the way you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said love is blind, see no color. I can agree with that, because if you resonate with somebody, I'm big on the soulmate thing. You know, a lot of people don't believe in the soulmate. I believe in the soulmate. I believe that people can be parallel to each other, have a lot of similarities to each other, a lot of coincidences with each other, and they just so happen to click. And that's where I'm at in my life. If it's not a natural connection, then it ain't meant to connect. If you gotta force it or mold it or try to get it to connect, then it just ain't meant to be. It has to be a effortless, natural connection. And you really can't put no race on that or no color on that or nothing on that. That's why people, when they be like, I want a partner that gotta look like this and look like that and have this and have that, you could meet somebody that have all them things, but that don't mean that's gonna be the person for you. So once you get out that mind frame of the visual aspects, then you setting yourself up to find somebody that's a real fit for you. Because a lot of y'all want a person that look like this and got that, but you don't look like that, and you ain't got that, and you ain't got that. And the person you with, or the person or the people you've been with them because that's the level that you want. Like you gonna have to step your game up if you trying to get this perfect person. You need to try to be a perfect person if that's what you're trying to get. You know, people need to be more grateful for what they have instead of treating everybody like shit. Like you better than somebody when you really ain't better than nobody. And the reason why you keep attracting them losers is because your ass a loser for real, for real. I'd rather deal with myself before I deal with somebody else that I'm not pleased with. You feel me? The reason why I made this video is to get a better understanding of the psychology of somebody like a Diddy or somebody like a Shannon Sharpe that would throw an all-white party and still wind up going to jail. That kind of defeat the purpose. You figure if you're going to do right, you're going to do right. Or if you're trying to avoid something, you're trying to avoid something that's wrong. If you're going to wind up going to jail anyway, do an all black party. Especially if you think negatively about black people, specifically black women, your asses still ended up in jail. Now the narrative is shifting for all you brothers out there that think that going the other way is the right way to go. In 2025, you might just want to stay your black ass at home and deal with what you are or what we got to deal with, man. We got to figure out a way to bridge the gap. And this Shannon Sharpe is a wake-up call for a lot of men out there, for a lot of passport bros out there, for a lot of people that have a disdain towards the sisters. This ain't nothing but a big wake-up call. And you figure, hell, I wouldn't go out like Shannon Sharpe. I wouldn't do it like Shannon Sharpe. I think it all boils down to value. If Shannon Sharpe had more value in himself, he wouldn't be in this predicament right now. He ain't value himself if he into BDSM or whatever. But there's something else I want to point out. The reason why a lot of us don't value ourselves is due to the self-hatred or whatever the case is. And I feel like it's not a black thing. It's an individual thing. People like to make it seem like it's a black thing, but it is really not a black thing. It's an individual thing that a lot of black people have to deal with. I'm talking about the self-hatred aspect. And Shannon Sharpe has a whole lot of it, and it shows because of the things, and I ain't trying to make no excuses for him, but I can only imagine the things that he experienced or whatever. Now, this whole Drew Holiday situation that I stumbled across, I would save that for a whole nother video. I'm happy that he's happy, and I feel like he got a good wife. Regardless, y'all can say what y'all want to say about her being Caucasian or whatever the case is, but reading this article that she put together, speaking her truth and what it's like dealing with a black man in an interracial relationship and stuff, I respect her for dealing with this head on. This is an interesting conversation right here. And I wouldn't even be talking about this if it wasn't for Shannon Sharpe being in the shit that he's in. I want to read a little bit more of this, if y'all don't mind. Then we're going to get back to the 25K per cheat. She said, and I've never been ones to air our personal business out in public. And I think that's carried over into how I've dealt with the racism that Drew faces on a pretty regular basis. And I think I read all that. So when we walk into a nice store, a furniture store, a clothing store, and the salesperson will greet me in the friendliest way, but never even acknowledge Drew until they realize we were together, and then they'll become awkwardly polite to him. Oh my God. She noticed this inside. I'd be furious, but I'd never confront anyone or make a scene. We just take a deep breath and go on with our day. She gets it. That he got somebody that gets it. That's the difference, man. Y'all brothers be out, y'all be dealing with chicks that just don't get it. They'd be like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't know what happened. They don't even acknowledge your blackness. He with somebody that completely, he got a Rachel Dolans off. I'm over here. She gets it. And maybe that's why he with her ass. You know what? It be sisters that don't even get it. You experience some racist shit and you try to tell your girl about it. She be like, I don't know what you talking about. I ain't do that to me. I ain't go through that. Somebody said, hey, Sean, I am a Lena Horne lookalike. Look me up, hook me up with a date. You know I care, Sean. Alina Horne. Detour. Hold up. Well, damn. I got some prunes in the back of the refrigerator if that's what you asking for and all that. She says she Alina Horne. Look. Yeah, we got some leftover prunes. We was gonna donate it to the food drive, but if you asking for a snack, then you can yo, send me your P.O. box and we can get them over there. She says she Alina Horne lookalike, everybody. Shit, we're gonna get you some pearls for Mother's Day if that's what you interested in. Somebody Cash App her some mothballs or something. Cause I ain't know what she was. Maybe she down with the mob or some shit. She got it for cheap or whatever. Yo, thanks for letting us know. Yo, y'all show some love to Nana over there in the comment section. But I'm still fascinated with Drew Holiday's wife. She gets it. Yeah, who is this woman? That's a strong black woman, right? A strong white chocolate woman right there, just in case y'all was wondering. He don't find him a strong black white woman. Said our MO has mostly been to try to rise above the hate and move on. She said, when we went to buy a new car and the dealer asked Drew straight up, are you sure you can afford this? Woo-hoo-hoo. She said, furious doesn't even begin to describe what we were feeling. Drew wanted to pay for the car cash right then and there to prove a point. I had a different idea, to walk out and not give them a penny of our bit. It don't get no blacker than this woman. She said, man, we were both so angry when that happened, and we definitely dealt with it in our own personal way. But still, looking back, we didn't exactly speak up about it. And I think that just sort of became the norm for us. Drew and I have always cared deeply about racial injustice and fought hard against it. But when we encourage racism on a personal level, encounter racism on a personal level, instead of confronting it, we tended to reckon with it privately instead of exposing it. Man, This Drew Holiday. Let me get off of this because I'm gonna look around, turn into Shannon Sharpe. 25, matter of fact, 100K per cheek. Whatever she wants, that's what she could have. I've never met a black white woman like this ever in my life. Drew Holiday, you are a lucky man. You don't turn me into Shannon Sharpe. 100K per cheek. Lord have mercy. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to get out of here. What the hell is going on? Matter of fact, I can't leave yet. Somebody said he married Rachel Dolan's off. Something like it. She's a civil rights activist. He a brother with a Caucasian woman that understands his plight as a black man, and she sees the racial discrimination and she feels for him and she know it ain't right. Who else out there? Who that football player that played for the Eagles? He married to his white girl ain't nothing like Drew Holiday's. The other dude, his girl don't give a fuck about his blackness. But this one do. I think Drew Holiday lucked up. What's the dude name? Somebody help me out. He played for the Eagles. And they just won the Super Bowl. His name like Deshaun or something like that. I'm gonna have to Google it myself. Y'all bear with me while I figure this out. Cause something going on in the world of sports. It always been going on in the world of sports. Where's she at? Cause she probably got mad. I was just joking with her about them prunes and shit. She said, I value myself too. I was just joking about them prunes. I know you beautiful and everything. Okay, let me Google this nigga. What's his name? Okay. He played for the Eagles. Okay, Eagles player, white wife. What's his name? Wait, is this the nigga? Excuse my language. Which one is it, y'all? Because I typed in Eagles player with a white wife, man. It's a whole bunch of them popped up. No, black Eagles player. Is this him? Let me see. Said not a black woman in sight. Photo of Philadelphia Eagles sparked social media war on interracial relationships in the 70% black NFL. Hold on. Them the wives of the Eagles? The whole squad? Yo, can y'all see what I'm looking at? The whole squad. Somebody said, not a black woman in sight. Made my night because of the turmoil I'm expecting to react to. God damn. Hold on. She's all the way in the back. Most will be divorced in the next 10 years. You love who you love. The skin color matter. There's one way. There's one way in the back. Y'all see that? Hold up. They put her way in the back. Damn. The whole team. So, yo, there's definitely something going on out here. What is it? I'm starting to think that it has something to do with value. Is that it? Because I see beautiful sisters all the time, quality women. It can't be about value because I see quality sisters all the time. There's women that got their life together. They got their mental together. They got their spirit together. It's some quality sisters out here. It ain't that there is none. Every sister ain't Glorilla or Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Every sister ain't out here living like Megan Thee Stallion. Like people would like to believe. So why is Uncle Shannon doing the shit that he doing? Hold on, he got him a beautiful sister for his wife. Let me look at this. Nothing against interracial couples, but Jalen Hurts and his girlfriend. Oh, that's his girlfriend. That ain't his wife, though. You see that? He dating her, but he ain't married to her. So we can't really celebrate that like that. Devontae Smith and his girlfriend. That's what's up. That looked like a whole nother. So he date sisters, and that's why they put her in the back because she not married. Okay. Damn, y'all can't see what I'm looking at. Y'all stay tuned. I'm trying to get this together real quick. How long I've been on here? I've been on here too long. Yo, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Let me put this back on. I'm about to go ahead and get it. I don't say too much, man, because I'm in my feelings about this whole thing. No, put that other music on. I'm in my feelings about this whole thing. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment section before I go. He found his white chocolate or whatever. Said, why is her boob showing? Hey, man, some people, that's the way they carry themselves. Said, because he couldn't have a white girl coming up, and she is that white girl young. And people do what they want to do. People date who they want to date. And I ain't mad at it. I done said all I could say about it. But for my ladies out there listening, I know a lot of y'all don't care. But in the mainstream media, people always talking about they want a baller. There's a lot of sisters out there that just gotta, if you ain't got no money, then they don't want you. But it's looking like the brothers that got all the money really don't want no sister like that. So is that hustling backwards? I don't want no scrub. I want a baller. I want a man. If he ain't making X amount of money, I don't want him. But when them brothers start making X amount of money, a lot of times, I'm going to say what I got to say, man. I'm going to make this last point and I'm going to get out of here. Okay, this is my last point. Then I'm about to go ahead and keep it moving. Because I've been trying to get somebody to help me understand and ain't nobody been able to do it. So I'm just going to have to take what I got and hopefully I could process this and get some sleep tonight. Oh, there you go. It's on the screen. Okay, cut that music off for me. This man paid this woman $1 million. Hold on. Let me type this in. Make sure I get it right. Child support. He paid her $1 million. NBA star Anthony Edwards petitions Lil Baby's ex Aisha Howard for paternity child support. So she on her second baller baby daddy. Her second ball. Do women celebrate her for this? She was able to snag a baller, wrap her little baby. He got all this bread. He wound up putting a baby in her. Now she on her second baller, who is an NBA star. She got a rapper, a basketball player. And they both don't want absolutely nothing to do with her ass. This man paid her off for hold on, whose last name I'll legend also shares an older son with rapper Chief Keef. So he double dipping these rappers' baby mamas. Is he a fan? I've been none but a great mom, and I'm cool as F. I'll let y'all talk what y'all want to say for months. I'm such a peaceful motherfucker. I'm even praying for the other children because at the end of the motherfucking day, them my son's siblings, and I don't do the ghetto, but y'all want to. what type of ratchetness is this? How he find himself in a pool of other niggas' baby mamas? How in the yo, help me understand. So he got caught. First of all, he from Atlanta, a little baby from Atlanta. I get it. She built up and everything, but why they putting babies in? This is a hot ghetto, and these people working with millions of dollars, they got these kids involved. It's a possibility that this man gonna go broke. He balling like a this might be one of the most tragic NBA stories. Anthony Edwards' story might be a disaster when it's all said and done, man. Hold on, what the fuck is this? Get this off the screen. What is that? Oh, goddamn, I don't know what that was. Anthony Edwards' story is going to be horrible when it's all said and done. He said, child's mother breaks silence. She said, I am no gold digger. Or whatever. What the hell? She a prostitute like that? These niggas. Hey, it is what it is, man. I could say a lot, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I made my point. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. You got idiots on both ends of the spectrum. You got Shannon Sharpe on this dumb shit that he doing. But this the difference. Shannon Sharpe was trying to pay her off and get his freak on and keep it moving. She was trying to get him to put a baby in her too. But these niggas, they wound up. I guess it all depends on whatever it is you do, who you try. I don't know. I can't leave until I figure this out. I can't. Because I'm going to be trying to go to sleep and I ain't going to be able to sleep. It's going to be running in my head. Somebody said Lil Boosie too. So is it best to just be by yourself? That's what I need somebody to answer for me. That's the only way I'm be able to get out of here. Because I'm starting to think that's the only conclusion we can come up with. Let me ask this question. I need y'all to answer the question. I'll put that in all caps. Is it best to just be alone? I need to know, because if that's what's going on in 2025, I want to be on the right page. Because I don't want to be out here looking stupid. Y'all saying yes. It's just best to be by yourself. It's best to not deal with nobody. It's best to not even try to date nobody. It's best to not even be looking and all that shit. And for the people that got somebody that's decent, stick with that person. Marry that person. If you got a quality person in your life, marry that person. Don't even risk it. Don't even waste your time. Now, if you with somebody that's trash and you know that ain't right and you know they ain't shit and they using you and you feel like they abusing your character and all that, then you're going to have to leave them alone. But the climate we in, I'm starting to think it may be best for people to be by themselves. What if Shannon Sharpe could rewind time and instead of trying to get with this girl, he just kept it moving? What if he didn't try to holler at her? What if he let her go her way? He went his way. He'll probably be sitting on that $100 million that they was getting ready to give him. Somebody said, right now, I prefer to stay by myself. I'm starting to understand why people feeling like this. Because if he would have been on his single shit and said, I ain't dealing with nobody right now, that 100 million check would have been deposited to his bank account right now. He would be sitting on an extra $100 million. Somebody said, hey, Blaze, stay. This conversation needs to be had. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to have this conversation because people missing out on blessings and great opportunities due to the relationships that they choose to be in. I seen something with Anthony Edwards. People not buying his sneakers. They refusing to let their kids wear his sneakers because of the situation that's happening with his kids and his baby mamas. It's a video going around of kids in the store with their moms trying to buy his sneakers. And their mother's like, nope, put them shits back because
I knew that I wasn't in good health.
he don't take care of his kids or whatever. God damn. The fuck she been eating? And somebody's still hitting that ass. Hold on, wait a minute. Can y'all see this? I gotta play this real quick.
I was capable of living a healthy life. My kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. And they're
Okay.
giving me the
She's like, I'm gonna find a black guy. Okay, here it go.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm on one tonight. We gonna talk about it. Cause see, I sat back and I watched y'all in your dirty bonnets lay back on your headboards or in your cars with
Did she say I watched y'all with y'all dirty bonnets? Wait a minute.
oh yeah, baby. I'm on one tonight. We gonna talk about it. Cause see, I sat back and I watched y'all in your dirty bonnets lay back on your headboards or in your cars with the cloth seats. I saw you. And you voiced your opinion about what
She said the cars with the cloth seats on them.
you would have did if you were in my situation with my options that you do not have and you probably never will.
Okay, she done seduced me already. I'm already sold. The bitch got me. God damn, I ain't never even met her before. I'm already all in. My draw's already off. I don't put the condoms in the garbage disposal just by listening to her conversation. I'm already all in. I'm over here butt naked. I ain't even 15 minutes into her little, I ain't even 15 seconds in. She could easily shuck any man into her madness.
I'm on one tonight. What's going on, baby? You got millions? How about I have one of those millions? Like, we don't do dusties. Those dirty bitches with their bonnets lean back in the car talking shit on those cloth seats. Like, come here and let me show you a good time.
Man, I would have wet a tat, 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 spit it out, that. Like, Like, you my baby mama? You my baby mama? Huh? You my baby mama? You my mama? You my baby mama? Huh? You my baby mama? You gonna have my kid? You gonna have my kid? You gonna have my kid? You my baby mama? You my baby mama? Huh? You my baby mama? You gonna have my kid? You gonna you my baby mama? Okay. Okay. You my baby mama?
You done, Daddy? You done, Daddy? You want some more? Come on, Daddy. I'm on one tonight. I'm on one, Daddy. Come on. You want some more? You want some more? You my baby mama? You gonna be my baby mama? You gonna...
She already got me. I gotta run that shit back.
Lay back on your headboards or in your cars with the cloth seats. I saw you. And you voiced your opinion about what you would have did if you were in my situation with my options that you do not have and you probably never will. How you gonna tell me what you would have did with my situation when you had a baby for your weed man or you had a baby for that dude that be robbing everybody?
Woo, she ain't lying. She talking to them hood rats out there with them dirty bonnets. Don't had a baby with the weed man. No, fucking the supply. Fucking the man, she ain't never lied.
Or you had a baby for the booster.
Mm.
Or you had a baby, the dude that you have to run down for $250.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. I would like to stop for a second, and I would like to give a shout out to Uber Pink Hair. Uber Pink Hair is going to be below. Listen, they keep me on 10. If you want to get like me in a way that you could actually get like me, go buy this hair, girl, because listen, she don't play.
What?
And my girl Tiana always slay. Okay, go get this hair. This is Uber Pink Hair. You see it? Don't play.
Don't
Uber
play.
Pink Hair. Go get you some. Oh, baby, I know the Golden Girl's been waiting for.
Shit, I don't want that. I'd rather pay $25K per cheek. I know somebody that grow that shit naturally. She spend all that money on that hair. Matter of fact, tell you what, I don't even bother with nothing like that. $25K per cheek on my side, player. I got the money to give. Gabby, come over here before I choke this shit out you. I don't want to be choked. Yes, you do. You know you like being choked, Gabby. Bring your little ass over here. $25K per cheek. Matter of fact, I'll put $50K per cheek. She promoting somebody. It's some girl in India like, okay, I grow some more.
I keep growing that hair, girl. We got it for cheap over here. We don't do dusties. Get some hair. Buy some hair, bitch. That's the only way you're going to be beautiful like me. Trust me. With your dirty bonnet with the naps in the back. Don't nobody want that. That's the only way I get options because I look like this. Natural, never. Niggas ain't paying for that shit.
You got to be biracial as a sister in order to get some attention out here. Is that what it is, man? Did I say too much? Because this is beyond fucked up, man. She snagged her baller because her weave is on point. Like, yeah, see that hair, man. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she is, but that hair, that shit look official. Her hair quality. Anthony Edwards, you little nigga. This nigga, he don't know no better. He only 23 years old. They put them jugs in his face. Like, they got good hair. That's all I know. I don't know what the fuck they is, dog. They got good hair. The baby come out nappy as hell.
Like, don't worry, in a couple of years, we can fix that. I have bundles waiting for my baby. Best believe I have bundles waiting for my baby.
Is she serious with this shit? Hold on, man. Put her back on the screen. Like, don't get it twisted, dog. I play in the hood, too. I do play in the hood. I got a couple of ghetto bunnies. Like, don't get it twisted. Shay Shay like to play in the snow as well, but I got a couple of jungle bunnies. What is going on in Black Hollywood, man? Hold on. Put her back on. Put her back on. Look.
Listen, my best friend is a Taurus, and my best friend been like, hey, bitch, why isn't Golden Girl talking? I looked at my best friend. I was like, baby, Golden Girl's trying to find a way to put it in words because y'all showed out. I would like to take the time out to extend grace to any woman that has recently given birth. Or it doesn't even have to be recent because from my understanding, postpartum does not have a time frame on it. I thank God daily that I was already coming from a situation where I have dealt with the internet and the opinions and the scrutiny and the drama and just how mean and ignorant people can be. I've dealt with it before. So I have tough skin. And I just thank God that I never saw a day of postpartum. But to any woman that is going through it, I would like to pray you through it. I pray that you overcome it. And I'm taking the time out to do this because the internet showed me no grace. While I was pregnant, after my pregnancy, y'all showed me no grace.
That's what you call high price prostitution right there. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hate the player, hate the game. She wouldn't be the first hoe that ever existed, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. There are hoes amongst us, man. It is what she played the game to win. I don't know how long she gonna be winning, but for right now, she on a nice little run. Hey man, you can't hate. One thing let's be real, man. I respect a bona fide hoe that let everybody know it. Everybody know what it is. You could be mad all you want. She ain't faking the funk, Bible thumping, trying to portray herself to be something that she's not. This girl right here, she on point with her game, and she running that shit like a pro. She in the league of hoes, and she on top. I ain't mad. I don't got no hatred or nothing towards this woman. Somebody said that's what it is. She snagged her a couple of ballers. She got some bread up out there. And that's what a lot of people want to do anyway. She got the guts to do it. She executed. She saw a mark. She found a mark and executed. And she did it twice. She on her second championship. There's people out here that baby daddy ain't worth a shit. They don't had a baby with a bum. And that's what she started off talking about. Like, y'all, your baby daddy, the weed man, the nigga you met in front of the corner store, your baby, the dude you met when you was working at the warehouse, your baby daddy, people talking about her and her baby daddy an all-star. Regardless if he don't want nothing to do with the baby or whatever. When her baby grow up, her baby gonna be able to say Anthony Edwards is her father. The other baby, little baby, is her father. Hey man, she's living in her truth, regardless of how ratchet it may be. Y'all just lame out there. Women is banging for money. They looking for ballers. They doing all this extra shit to snag them a baller, man. That's the reason why they do all this shit. They get all that shit done so they can then attract the man that got some paper. Whatever her name is, shout out to her, man. He the damn dummy. He the dummy. She ain't just, people make it seem, don't make it seem like she's stupid. No, them niggas are stupid. She the player in the situation. They the motherfucking pawns. He gonna be paying for the rest of his life. He gotta pay her. He work for her now. All them points, all them baskets he make, he gonna be paying her for the rest of his life. And little baby gonna be doing the same thing. They're her employees. Brothers got to do better, man. Brothers got to do better. They getting tricked up, slipped up. Either way, she thirst trapping, promoting his baby, and promoting her ass for the next man to come get them a baby too. Shannon Sharpe, you the biggest fool out here. But that's Negro here, no there. They throwing all white parties, making it seem like the grass green on the other side when it really ain't. I don't know, man. I could be here for hours talking about this. But it's getting late, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. My mind is blown, but I am going to reevaluate all of the stuff that we talked about so I could make it make sense for myself, so I can have a better understanding of the climate that we living in May 2025. For my brothers out there, if you're trying to get money and you're trying to be successful, please don't be banking on no hoes. Take that shit out your program. If you trying to be successful so you can have a bunch of hoes, you hustling backwards. I promise you, that's not what it's all about. You might want to avoid them altogether. You might want to visualize having a house out in the country with a pleasant wife that respects you and treats you like a king. The goal should be to get married to somebody that fits you, and and that's it, man. Don't be trying to be a player. Them days is over. You trying to be a player. You trying to have different women. Who got the time and who got the energy for all of that? You're gonna be wasting your time. You're gonna be caught up in so much bullshit. You ain't never gonna be able to find no peace. You're gonna wind up in jail trying to prove yourself to somebody and all. I'm telling y'all, focus on having a wife and living out in the country somewhere, on a ranch, on a farm somewhere. That's the only way it's gonna make sense, bro. You're gonna come across a Jada Waiter, and it ain't got nothing to do with race. What we discovered in this video, you gonna be fucked up either way. We discovered a lot in this video. Let me run it back for the people real quick, because I feel like this video was very educational. We understand that people like Diddy and Shannon Sharpe, even though they got all this money and all this bullshit, they was trying to be players and have hoes and all these different women. Now they ass, one of them in jail. One of them just lost $100 million trying to be a Mac or a player or whatever, having interracial relationships and all this bullshit. And then you got people like Anthony Edwards, got baby mama drama. He dealing with sisters, but the wrong type of sisters, the stereotypical type of sisters, the type of bona fide hoes, and they exist in every culture. Best take your ass to Bangkok or Taiwan or any of them countries over there. I bet you be greeted by some hoes. Go to the people who talking about passport bros and all this shit. You got hoes in every country. It ain't just black women. There's hoes of every nationality. It don't matter where you go on the planet Earth, you gonna find some hoes in there if that's what you're looking for. So don't be putting that all on sisters, man. You got hoes in every community. They just don't get exploited like how sisters do. Avoid these types and you will be all right. But if you superficial, you gonna get lost in the sauce. You always gonna get caught up. So my message for you brothers out there, do not be superficial. It ain't got nothing to do with race. We discovered on this video that my boy Drew Holiday is married to a Caucasian woman that to me is more black than a lot of black. She get my vote. They've been married for a long time. She understands his struggle and his plight as a black man in America. She understands the racism and dynamics that he have to go through. They married. They got a family. They're going to be together. They're going to stick. I'm happy for Drew Holiday. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. He found his Rachel Dolans off. That's something else that we discovered in this video, man. So it's levels to this. But it all starts with you, my brother. Somebody said, I got to watch from the beginning. I just got here. You definitely got to run it back, man. We don't went through the motions. But I came to an understanding that it's all about doing what works for you. Some people try to do what work for another man. You see it working for somebody else, so you figure it'll work for you. You try to have the same experience as another man. That's how these people wind up with the same woman. They want to share the same experiences. They want to have a little baby and Anthony Edwards. They all dipping in the same pool. You got to do what works for you, man. Stay far away from the bullshit. And women like this, that look like that, they only got one goal in mind. And that is to tear you down. And if you let them do it, then that's on you, man. But you can't say that black women are the only type of women that do that. Because it's clear as day that women of all nationalities will do it if you allow it to happen to you. If you fool then somebody gonna eat you. If you put yourself out there like a hot plate, then you gonna get ate. It's all about how you carry yourself, man. This woman wouldn't have been able to do what she doing to Shannon Sharpe if he was carrying himself like a respectable man. If he was doing respectable shit. If he was a married man into the Lord, she wouldn't have been able to do this to him. Same thing with Anthony Edwards, man. If he was living right and had his mind in the right place and he was doing right and all that shit, this wouldn't have been able to happen to him. It's all about how you carry yourself, man. Who else we talked about? We talked about Tyrese and how he was with the other chick. He was getting big movies and big roles. He got with this woman. She don't even respect him like that, but he trying to prove a point. And she said that, what she said? Yo, run that music back. His girlfriend said that she wasn't even interested in him. She was interested in Paul Walker before he passed. So it's levels to this shit, man. You got to respect yourself. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this stuff in the comment section. She said, just like my hubby comes home, goes to his shop, man cave, and watches his Netflix, but he's home. Yo, cut the music, because I'm going to say this before I get out of here. He come home. He go to his man cave, and he don't even want to be bothered. He home, but he ain't trying to deal with the shit. Said, I listen every night to you in my headset when I'm winding down. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate the love. And while you listening to me, ain't no telling what your husband doing in that man cave. He might be listening to Tasha K. Find out y'all cheating on each other with YouTubers. She said, I'm looking for a farmer, grocery store, shelves empty. They say the next truck not coming. God damn. She looking for a farmer so she could eat some grapes or whatever he got on the field. He gonna wake up in the morning, all his crops gonna be gone. She gonna be laid out in the middle of his field with a pot belly because the trucks ain't coming to town. God. And you know, that's some scary stuff we about to be dealing with these tariffs and all that. It's possible one day you're gonna go to the grocery store, there ain't gonna be shit on the shelves. I seen something today. Okay, let me show y'all something real quick before I go, because this gonna be weighing on my mind. What's the name of them shit? Okay, Impossible. No. Excuse me. Hey, I've been a vegetarian for a while, right? So these nuggets is something I gotta resort to in order to fill out a meal, because you know I have like some rice, or maybe I have some fries or something, or I try to make like a bootleg Chinese dinner and have the nuggets with some sweet and sour sauce or something. You know, it's hard being a vegetarian or whatever. So I've been dealing with these, and there's a couple of other kind that I have to get to. But I went to the store. I'm like, okay, I went to the wing spot and got me some fried rice. And I'm like, okay, I got the fried rice. I could have some nuggets on the side with the sweet and sour with the Chinese sauce. So would have had me a little bootleg Chinese dinner. Tell me why. And it's only like 10 nuggets in the pack. This shit was $10. It used to be, look, it used to be $7 or whatever the case, but them tariffs, they put extra money on top of it, and they letting you know that, what the fuck? What is that? But shit, maybe I ain't need to buy them shits. But they telling people how much it was, or how much it would have cost, and they just be charging extra just to be charging extra. That's some bullshit, man. How long is going to be going on with this? You got to pay extra just for the sake of paying extra. That's dumb. When Biden was in office, they was talking about the eggs. The eggs so high. Now everything fucking high. They said that they was going to change the price. He was going on and on about how he gonna change the price of the eggs and the eggs gonna be cheaper and we ain't got to worry about high egg prices. Turn around, not only is the egg still high, but everything else got higher. The Amazon shit high, every fucking thing high. What part of the game is that? They said they was gonna lower the price of everything and don't turned around and jacked up the price of. Man, I don't understand. Somebody said, laugh out loud. That's what you eat, so that's what you eat. That's fucked up. See, I try to share stuff with y'all, then y'all laugh in my face. You know what? Y'all ain't never got to worry about me sharing any intimate part of my life ever again. You best believe you ain't